than the other one that's 3 from 10 by I Love This City that's a 4-year-old with a sprinting pedigree, alright? Can you spare some sauce, Natho? Tom, how many videos, Tom, you need to answer this question, right, before you go stand in the corner, right? How many videos of mine have you watched? How many? You know? You should know the answer to that, Tom. How many videos have you watched, Tom? All of them. Well, you obviously haven't, because there's a 40-second video on the B channel, on the Doppelganger channel, that shows you, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to go stand in the corner. You can go watch Doppelganger channel for 10 seconds. You're muted for the rest. And you can come back next time when you remember what the rules are, but go and watch the video. And remember the rules, we don't tell lies at TWF. If you want to sit here and lie and say you've watched every video and you haven't, and you ask what's in the sauce bottle when you already know if you've watched every video, you can go stand in the corner with your mate. Do the right thing, Tom. Far out. Thoughts on Rose Diamond, race 1 Seymour on Wednesday. Brother Spazewski, come back after me that tomorrow night. It's Monday night, you know. Let's get through tonight, you know. It's Wednesday, brother. We've got better things to do. I've got to try and make sure I remain homeless properly for the next day and a half before then. When are you doing form? When are you doing form for? I'm looking at Kilmore race 1 tomorrow. I'm weighing up the favourite versus each other. And I'm telling you, if you want to be a weekend lover, you're psychotic. All right. Yeah, so that's the way the favourites roll in race 1. Is there anything else of merit there in the rest of the race? Psychotic looks the one, but it's not like you're going to go and have in your house on a Zusane 3-year-old stretching out in trip that has to lump 69. Thoughts on race 4 Golden? My thought would be, like, get in your boat, start paddling, and worry about it tomorrow morning when you know if half the field's going to be there or not. That's what I'd say. Because it's a heavy track at the moment. It is raining, so I believe. I don't live there, you know. I live in a homeless shelter. Anyway, so they're the other two. The 4 Tyac, the third favourite. Is there any merit there? By Toronado out of the Schwartz mare, 13 start, 2 placings, nothing is prep. Yes, Toronado can get a horse, he can get a trip. It's not a sprinting stallion. In a 3/4 to Helmet. Helmet's got to be by World Cup winner. So don't sit here and tell me that blood can't get a horse that stays a trip. Yes, Singspiel gets injected bottom half. Evelyn can get a horse that stays a trip too. Alright. Anyway, that's a little side story. I got sidetracked. Yeah, the favourite in the race is by Helmet out of More Than Ready mare. It will stay a trip. I'm not going to sit here and break down the horse's form that's had a second at stall 3 tomorrow. I will. Hey, here's the thing, got a soft lead that day, that second at stall, so I'm going to have a quick look at that. No, it's $1.90. I'm not interested in something at $1.90. His second favourite, the 5. Oh, what a pedigree. Toasted started him out of a Dylan Thomas mare. Lovely. Last start winner over 1,600 at Moe. Came from last over. Horses that are competing for a $27,000 maiden at Kilmore, Blake. Right? The chick I'm sitting next to, mate, the clothes she's wearing are 3 weeks old, right? And you're asking about fucking Elle McPherson. Grow up. Wow. Alright. Back to reality. What's that song? Back to life. Go listen to that, Blake. Back to reality. Good band. Late 80s, early 90s. Anyway, back to this. So that's the top 2. Is there anything else in this market that just puts his hand up? The third favourite at 9.0, Way Ed to go. Well, he's going to be by Way Ed Zane, who's the son of High Chaparral, for you uneducated people. Yes, out of a Helmet mare. Broke its maiden 2 back, Atchelon making all, over 11 furlong. This is worth looking at, right? Here's another reason to be opposing the favourite. A lightly raced 4-year-old stayer, bred to stay by Way Ed Zane. Who is Way Ed Zane? Way Ed Zane is a lightly raced son of High Chaparral, who's getting a lot of good horses. He's an underrated stallion, very underrated. Second home in that race is by Preferment, the good son of Seville, right? He can get a horse that stays a trip. Third home out of it. By the horse that I found in the first year that ran second in the Melbourne Cup, 50 to 1. I had 5,000 on it, won 50,000 plays. Lost half of it on the way home because I was so drunk. That's the night my ex-wife left me 13 years ago. Yeah, so Fiorente, 4-year-old in third. Came out and won the Melbourne Cup next year at 5 to 2 and everyone thought they were geniuses. I was fucking recovering from the year before when it ran second, paying $11 for the drum at 40 to 1. Talk to me about German horses. I was doing it at the same time Australian bloodstock work, probably before them, right? Not bringing them here, knowing how good German horses are. Numerous German winners of the Arc de Triomphe I've backed. Dane Drop, with Dane Dream or Dane Drop, off the top of my head, 20 to 1, the year it won. I think it was Dane Dream. No, I've seen her in a few pedigrees over the last few years too. She's turning a good bluebird. Anyway, back to this. Third in the market by Wayed Zane out of the Helmet Mare. I've explained this pedigree. We were just talking about Helmet. We've talked about commands. We've talked about the relationship to Epaulette. We've talked about all of that, right? Now we're here at a horse at 9 to 1 that makes sense through all the fucking shit we've talked, right? Second out of that 1,600 metre, that 2,200 metre Geelong maiden win. Place 3 of 13 by preferment, like I said. So when you're looking at its record, you're only going to take notice of what it does over this trip. So regardless, it's done 3 from 13. Third home beaten 1.2, comes out, breaks it maiden next time out by 3.7. Form's starting to look a little bit franked, isn't it? You know? Hold your horses, right? 9.0. This might be a good bet. Fourth and fifth home, beaten 2.4, 2.9, then a 12-length gap. Another 9-length gap further back. That just tells us, fourth home, 3-year-old, by Fiorente out of a man named Tarby Bay. I'd suggest that it's by Tavistock. It's from New Zealand. And fifth home by Polanski. You only take notice of that pedigree when the horse is over 2,000 metres plus. 6 and further back beaten another 9 lengths. They're either cats or these ones are pretty good. Pedigrees are saying they're above the par. This one's won that well. Slightly raced. Pedigree says it's decent. What's on the bottom half? Yes, it's out of the Helmet Mare. We know it's by Wayed Zane, but guess what? I want to see if there's any black type there that sort of gives it another tick. And that day at Geelong, it did it all the front. What did I say? Potential moderate to slow tempo here, right? Wow. Makes sense, right? Wayed to go. You're going to go to me, Wayed to go, NATHO. After you back this at 8s and it's lobbed for you. Want a medal? What I want you to do is, when you're sitting at your desk and you drew that piece of paper, right, and you put the pin on it, right, and you put your name badge on, and you wrote your name, it's got 2 syllables, well, it's got 3, first name as, well, if you know how to do that, you know how to go and stand in the fucking corner. Actually, no, for something like that, that's just silly, right? For something like that, you get blocked because you're an idiot. Go away. Gone. Don't fall out of any trees and let horses run over you. Make sure when you hit your head on the ground you're wearing a helmet. Anyway, let's have a look at this horse. Wayed to go. Fucking hell, seriously. Did you get on Duke Dissecting over the weekend? Blake, what did I say about the trial at Duke Dissecting and another will come through? I said, that trial said that is another will stamping himself as a future dominant Group 1 weight for age horse in Australia over 1,400 to 1,600 metres. Go stand in the corner. That's just a ridiculous, absolutely fucking ridiculous fucking question. Seriously. Absolutely stupid. I'm not going to block you up, I want to make you stand in the corner. No, stupid shit, brother. No, I didn't get on it. What the fuck was that about? You in trouble?